Hello, folks, and how is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. Some sad news coming out of Angeles City, Philippines. Most people know that I spent 8 years up in Angeles City, lived up there with my wife, our stepdaughter, and my wife's niece. And I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot up there, heard a lot up there. But there's news is coming out of Angeles City, sad news. I'll leave links down below to where I'm reading this. This is coming off of Inquiry Net. This was put out, when was this put out? Just yesterday, April 20th. Well, 2 days ago, April 20th. Korean tourist shot dead during robbery in Angeles City. Angeles City, Philippines, a Korean national was shot and killed in broad daylight during a robbery along the bustling Koreatown area in Barangay Anunas on Sunday afternoon, April 20th. That was Easter Day. Easter Day. Mayor Camilo Lazentin Jr. released a statement Monday condemning the incident and directed local authorities to resolve the case within 72 hours. He instructed acting city police director Colonel Joselito Valarasa Jr. to exhaust all means necessary to swiftly identify and apprehend the suspect. Lazentin noted safety of both residents and locals and foreign tourists remain a top priority in the city government. According to initial police reports, the incident occurred around 1:50 p.m. along PhillyinthePhilippines Highway in front of banks situated within the Koreatown area. The victim, identified only by his surname Kim, was standing outside the bank of the Philippine Island Friendship Branch when two suspects on a Yamaha NMAX motorcycle approached. The back rider reportedly attempted to snatch the victim's bag. When Kim resisted, the assailant shot him in the torso before fleeing the scene with his accomplice. Kim was rushed to a nearby hospital but was declared dead on arrival. Witnesses described the suspect as wearing jackets, pants, helmet, and a reflector vest. Investigators are reviewing CCTV camera footage from the area as part of their ongoing pursuit. Kim, reportedly of legal age, has been staying at the nearby Prism Hotel at the time of the incident. The Angeles City government noted that this was the first recorded fatal robbery incident involving a Korean national in recent memory. However, a similar case occurred February 18, 2014, when another Korean tourist was gunned down by motorcycle riding suspects in the same village. The victim, accompanied by three others, were also en route to the prison hotel when she was shot multiple times. It was a female. Yeah, she was shot multiple times. Authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward as efforts intensify to bring the perpetrators to justice. That's sad. That's sad something like that happened. Guys, this made even Korean news. A lot of times it'll stay within the Philippines, but this actually made Korean news. South Korean news. Let me read here. A South Korean national visiting the Philippines has been fatally shot by a robber in the city of Angeles City, according to officials Monday. The South Korean tourist was attacked by an assailant on the motorcycle. It just goes on to basically say what I had said. However, it says South Korean Foreign Ministry has urged local police authorities to conduct a swift investigation. So they're pushing it also. It goes on to say, Angeles, a popular tourist destination in central Luzon, north of Manila, has been a rise in crimes targeting South Koreans in recent years. In May last year, a South Korean man in his 60s was killed during a pickpocketing incident in the city. In August, a South Korean man in his 40s was injured after being attacked by two armed robbers. In October of 2016, a South Korean businessman was kidnapped by a group of local police officers in Angeles City and later killed. A case that sparked a diplomatic dispute between South Korea and the Philippines. The South Korean embassy in the Philippines has urged its nationals to take extra caution when traveling in the city, citing instability security conditions ahead of the general elections. So guys, it has made news in Korea. Like I said, I have spent 8 years living in Angeles City. And I noticed, and I'm going to be frank, and I'm going to be upfront about it. I have noticed the crime go up. I have noticed it. Why is it during the Burr months, September, October, November, December, everybody says, be on your P's and Q's. Look out, because crime rises at those times of the month because of the holidays. There's no excuse for it. There is no excuse. Tell me why it is that Davao City, which is twice the size in population than Angeles City, is the securest, safest city in the Philippines to live. I would think, now this is just my thoughts, I would think if you're a city in the Philippines that relies on tourism, I don't care what kind of tourism it is, you're bringing hundreds of millions of pesos in a month on tourism. El Nido, Palawan, Boracay, Siargao Island here, Angeles City. I would think that tourism safety would be my concern. I wouldn't want to be known for a tourist destination that, crime is bad. That's just my thought. That's my thought. People might say, well, who cares about Angeles City? It is what it is. It is, and it is. Look it up. The red light district of the Philippines. Some people agree with it. Other people don't. However, it brings in millions of pesos. Many of you know my wife was a victim of a crime in Angeles City, and it's kind of what broke the camel's back of me getting out of there as quick as I can. Matter of fact, she told me at one point before we were together, somebody on a motorcycle came up, ripped her necklace off of her, took her purse, took off. When she had the sorry store, twice, we were robbed. The one that broke the camel's back was when she was walking down the road where we live, a motorcycle and two guys on it at knife point, pulled the knife, stuck it in her side, demanded her phone. No. I'm out of there. And I find it funny when I hear expats that live up here. I've been here 15, 20 years, and I never had a problem. Well, let me end your sentence with the word yet. Yet. I've talked to so many expats in my course of being there, and they know people that got robbed. Phone snatching's big. It's a phone snatching syndicate up there. It is. My wife got robbed. This is how low some of these criminals are. And criminals are low. I actually was texting him on my wife's phone, asking him, hey, why did you do that? You scared her. Why did you take her phone? You know how he justified it? Here's how he justified it. Well, I don't have a lot of money. So, yeah, I feel bad, but I needed money. Now, guys, some might say, well, they targeted her because she was married to me and I'm a foreigner. No. These guys will go into divisions, subdivisions, neighborhoods, fully covered, face, helmet, do-rag, not like this, full shirts, long sleeve shirts, jackets, pants, everything. They don't want their skin exposed. They may have tattoos that can be identified. They just roam around and look for the opportunity. And it doesn't matter. Foreigner, their own people, they will do it to them. My wife was not specifically targeted because she was married to me as a foreigner. Matter of fact, there may be at least two that I know of in the area I live. The rest were all Filipino people. They will ride around in an area and look for an opportunity. It's the way it works. We even went to the barangay hall, pulled up CCTV camera. That's them. Could see the plate. That's who they are. Barangay hall, they didn't say, hey, go down to the police station. You can use our footage. Nothing. A lot of these crimes that happen to Filipinos and even to foreigners go unreported. Why do they go unreported? This came out of my wife's mouth because I'm like, you want to go down to the police station, file a report? She said, no. I said, well, why? We have a CCTV camera, we have a plate, we have everything. She said, nothing will happen. It'll get slid under the paperwork. So a lot of it doesn't get reported for the simple reason, I don't know if it's the lack of trust in the police. I also think it has to do with not having proper staffing. I don't mean proper staffing as far as unqualified. I mean, it's just the resources to follow up on these investigations, to track people down. There's many things. I've had people get their phone stolen. They have their phone and they're tracking their phone where it's going. It's leaving the city. It's going here. It's going there. They can watch it being tracked. You're not going to call up the local police in the area where your phone is and say, hey, my phone's here. They're not going to get it. A lot of stuff goes unreported. But a case like this, they want answers. They want answers. They're going to demand answers. A lot of times criminals will take people's license plates, put it on the bike. They might grab a stolen bike. They might switch out plates. There's many things that a criminal can do. But I do hope they catch them, and I hope they catch the right person that did this. Not arrest somebody and pin it on somebody that is innocent. Does that happen? You're sure it does. Does it happen around the world? Sure it does. But 72 hours. This is on the news. These guys are aware of it. They could be heading down to the province. You don't know. Nobody knows. Will family members give up people? Who knows? But I hope they do catch these guys. I really do. Before I end this, guys, I'm going to tell you something. They say Koreans are being targeted in the Angeles City area. When I was there, I spoke to a lot of the people. The people. What do I mean by people? People that are vendors, people that have restaurants, people that rely on tourism on a low-level income in and around Angeles City. I'm not talking about the condos. I'm not talking about the resorts. I'm not talking about any of that, because they will get their money from the Korean tourists coming in and tourists in general. The people. And I will be honest. They would say, we don't like the Koreans. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm saying I was told that. And when I would ask why? They bring money, they spend money. They're cheap. They don't spend money with the local vendors. They don't spend money for the local people. When Koreans fly in, and it's only, 2-hour flight, they can come down to Angeles City. They can spend a weekend in Angeles City for what they would spend in one day in Korea. They come in, they stay at Korean hotels. The Korean hotels provide Korean services. They take them to the Korean restaurants. They take them up on the Clark. They take them to the casinos. They take them to the Korean clubs, the Korean bars down on Red Street. They keep the money within themselves. Also, they said the Koreans, I'm not saying this, I'm hearing this from locals, they think they're better than the Filipino people. They're arrogant, they're cocky, they look down on us, they think they're better than us. These are the average people. The average people are saying this. I'm just telling you guys what I've heard. Are Koreans disliked all around the Philippines? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I'm not going to speak for everybody. I never had an issue with them. Never once. Never had to interact with them. Never had to do any business deals with them. Nothing. They never bothered me. They're coming, they're bringing the money. I would always hear the Koreans are taking over Walking Street. Good. They're bringing money. Good. Let them take it all over. Understand something also. People do not come to Angeles City, including Koreans, to participate on the activities of Walking Street. And we all know what's going on there. Everybody knows. Some will come in and golf. Some will come in to hit the casinos. There's many reasons why they would come here. They're not coming here for one particular reason only. But anyways, that's my thought. I figured I would share it with you guys. The big news coming out of Angeles City. I'd like to share this because, I hear about it. I read about it. So I wanted to share that sad day, especially Easter. And like I said, I don't care what nationality you are. You should never have to go to a country on vacation and fear, that a crime's going to happen to you. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, period. But sadly in this world, it does. And leave your comments down below. Remember, don't leave ugly, nasty, derogatory comments to other nationalities. It's not right. So we shall talk to you later.